What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I have a very exciting video. Well, I think it's exciting. First of all, don't mind the different setup. I am in a different place. My boyfriend's away on vacation, so I'm taking the opportunity to utilize the space that he has and not have to worry about other people being around when I film. So there we go. So today's video is going to be testing out, this is the Physicians Formula. Oh my God, my table almost just collapsed. Today we're going to be testing out the Physicians Formula and Casey Holmes collaboration. I have been stalking this palette. The local Ultas around me, they've always been sold out. There was a time where it was sold out on Ulta's website as well, but I was traveling down south for work and I stopped in an Ulta and I found it. So, oh boy. This palette retails for $20. I used the $3.50 off coupon at Ulta, and so I paid about $17 something with tax. So inside you get a couple of things, well, more than a couple of things. First of all, the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. I love this. It's very summery, it's very palm tree. I love the pink and the reflective parts. I also love Casey. I've been a huge fan of Casey Holmes for a couple of years. I've seen all of her videos. She's doing a meet and greet in Canada. I live so far away from Canada, probably like an 8-hour drive or so. And my sister and I were gonna go, but we have to work. So I wish I could go and meet her, but this is what the front looks like. Just says Physicians Formula Butter Collection with Casey Holmes. And on the back, there's her picture. And then just some information about the products, and then just a little message from her that she's excited. This palette contains a couple of my favorite butter products and some that we created specifically for my fans. Not a huge fan of the word fans. I would figure like subscribers would be better. I don't know. But inside, this is what you get. I don't want anything to fall out. So there's the same picture of her inside that was on the back. You get a little bit of instructional material here on like some different looks you can do with the eyeshadows. And then just kind of information of why she chose the colors that she did. So you get this little plastic divider, which you can choose to rip out if you want to, but I'm going to keep it in there. And then you have the butter bronzer, which if you're familiar with the butter bronzer formula, they're really nice. I have the lightest shade, so we'll get into that. This is the butter bronzer in the shade Deep Bronzer. Over here we have a butter blush in Copacabana. I do own a couple of them already and I really do like them. And then we have the Just Beachy Butter Highlighter, which is the shade that she created just for this palette. You can't purchase it in stores. There are 4 eyeshadows down here. You have a matte cream shade that's called Do Not Disturb. You've got kind of a deeper, it's like an orange, and it's called No Filter. Over here is a deeper matte red called Drop It Like It's Hot. I like that. And then over here you have a sparkly green called Palms. Next over we have a full-size butter lipstick, which I haven't tried yet before, and it's a limited edition shade called Pop the Bubbly. Also love that. And then we have this, which is very interesting. This is the Butter Paradise fragrance. So if you have ever smelled Physicians Formula products, you know they smell kind of very beachy. So I guess they made that into a perfume. So we will give that a sniff. My first impressions of this palette is that it's going to be, the face products are going to be entirely too dark for me, but I'm going to try to make them work anyway. I was kind of confused at the eyeshadow shade selection. The matte cream shade I definitely love. Everybody loves a matte cream just to set down eye primer. I do like shades like these kind of warm matte shades, but these two seem so similar to each other. I hope they don't blend into each other. We'll see how they perform on the eye. I haven't touched any of this yet. And then a sparkly green. I know Casey does a lot of smoky eye looks on her channel, and I don't know, I was just surprised. I was surprised to see a sparkly green, especially matching with the reds, because it kind of looks pretty Christmassy, but we will see. Up in this picture, it looks like she used the green as a liner, so we'll see about that. And then, yeah, the face products I have experience with in different colors, and I really do like them. I haven't tried the butter lipstick yet, but from what I saw on her reveal video, it looks to be kind of metallic almost. And I don't know if I've ever seen that on her channel, so we will check that out when we get there. But this is the star of the show, in my opinion. How much do you get in here? You get 0.5 fluid ounces or 15 milliliters. It's just a little, I believe this is a glass bottle. And it smells almost exactly like the Sol de Janeiro Bum Bum Cream, or Boom Boom Cream, with just a little bit of like more like a buttery scent. It smells very good. And I know it'll be really nice for summer. That's the thing. This palette released maybe, what, a month ago? Right now it's March, so maybe like a month-ish ago. So kind of like wintertime. So I'm just kind of confused at the timing of the release. The only other kind of like qualm or complaint that I have is just this packaging. I love the packaging. I think it's beautiful, but this is not travel friendly at all. I would be very nervous to travel with all of these loose pieces, and I would be worried that it would get banged up in there in like my travel bag. This is just like cardboard. And the packaging is just really bulky for something that has just like thin pans like this. Although like I do love the packaging, I just don't think it's very travel friendly. And this is something that you'd want to travel with because you have everything you need in here pretty much for like the face. Additionally, it looks like the pans are just are set in there, which is fine, but I don't know if I can pop them out. I don't want to risk breaking any of the products by trying to pop the pans out, so I'm not going to even try. But that was just kind of the one thing where I was like, it's beautiful, but it's just not a very sleek package at all. So what I'm going to do is just play with this, get my first impressions, kind of wear it throughout the day and just kind of see how it goes. I do want to I'm going to use everything in this collection, including the fragrance. So we will see. She does provide the day look and night look, and she recommends kind of using these face products as almost eyeshadows. So I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the shade Eden. My favorite eyeshadow primer, which I've talked about a million times on my channel, is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Eye Primer. I just didn't pack it today. So now what I'm going to do is I just applied my eye primer. I'm going to set it down with the matte cream shade. Oh, that was loud. With the matte cream shade, which is called Do Not Disturb. I'm finding already it's difficult to get into the products with this plastic thing here, but again, I don't want to take it off because I feel like it provides some sort of protection from the powders. So I've never used Physicians Formula eyeshadows before, so I just dug my brush in there, and we do have some powder kick up. That really doesn't bother me. I think I mentioned that before. You know, if the product is good, who cares? I'm just going to set my crease up to my brow bone. Okay, so now I'm going to take my, this is a It Cosmetics crease brush. I've used it so much that the writing has come off. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna start with, I guess, No Filter. This burnt kind of orangey shade. It's just so similar to Trop It Like It's Hot, but I'm hoping that they translate differently on the eye. So I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna get you guys a little bit closer. Oh, that table freaks me out. And then we're just gonna start, ooh! Oh my God, okay, all right. You know what? I'm a hater. This is very pigmented. And I have had no experience with the Physicians Formula. I have so much trouble saying that. Physicians Formula eyeshadows because they are expensive. They're like $15 a palette or something like that. So that's just not something I'm interested in. So it's very pigmented, more pigmented than I expected it to be, but it definitely blended out totally fine. I'm gonna go in with a clean brush and kind of hit the edge, the top edge right there, just to blend it out. But yeah, it's blending out totally fine. It's actually, it's a beautiful color too. Okay, so I'm very pleased with that shade. No problems at all, blended out beautifully, especially on this eye for the amount that I started with. I started out with way too much. The next shade I'm going to go into is Trop It Like It's Hot, which is this red. And I'm going to go into that with my, this is a Morphe brush, like a pencil brush. The eyeshadows are very powdery. So if you really hate powder pickup in your eyeshadow palettes, especially with this kind of thing, because you can't detach them, just be mindful of that. So I'm just going to go in with the shade Trop It Like It's Hot. Oh yeah, okay, there's a definite distinction between the two shades, which is what I was worried that they were gonna look too similar. They are similar, but they're not too similar. I would have preferred like maybe like a matte brown, like a transition shade. So this would be kind of like a complete palette. I haven't seen a lot of people review this online, which I'm kind of curious about. Oh, I need to get my glitter primer. Hold, please. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with, I believe, I'm gonna use the highlighter shade, the Just Beachy highlighter shade all over my lid. So for that, I'm gonna put down some e.l.f. glitter primer first, just to give it the best chance. It looks like it's like a cream kind of formula. Oh! Okay, all right. Okay, yep, I'll take it. I'll take it. Absolutely. It helps me. Wow, wow. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is just take this the Cosmetics blending brush and just kind of blend the highlighter shade in the outer corner together a little bit. So here is the highlighter shade all over the lid. I'm very happy with that. That's really pretty. So what I'm gonna do now is just throw on some liquid liner. I'm gonna do a wing because I wanna do the green underneath the lower lash line. And for that, I'm going to use the Benefit Roller Liner. Here is the shadow with the liner. I think it's gorgeous. I love this inner corner shade. So I'm gonna do my lower lash line once we're all done with the face. So I'm just going to quickly toss on some face products, some base products, I should say. I'm gonna spot conceal with the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Snow. My foundation is going to be the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation in the shade 405, which I believe is the lightest shade. And then my concealer is going to be the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Light 1 Chantilly. And the only other thing I'm gonna put on some brows and then set everything down with the Milk Makeup Blur Powder. All right, we're back. The rest of my face makeup is on. I already went through my face products. All right, so now we're gonna go into the rest of the face products in this palette. So the first thing I'm gonna take is the Butter Bronzer. I own the Butter Bronzer in the lightest shade and I find that to be kind of dark, so I'm really concerned. This is the bronzer brush that I use. It's from Tarte and I like that it's just kind of like tapered. So it helps me get kind of under my cheekbones nicely. I'm really concerned about the bronziness of this product, but let's find out. So I'm just gonna dip very like, boop, into that and then go in. Yeah, that's really dark. I'm gonna bring that up to my temples as well, just to spread that around. And I like it. So here is bronzed versus not bronzed. I'm literally just tapping it like one time and then shaking the rest of it off and then blending that around the perimeter of my face. So I like that, not a problem. Now I'm gonna go into the Copacabana Butter Blush right here, which I also think is gonna be too light or too dark. So for that, I'm taking a really fluffy brush. This is the IT Cosmetics CC Double Airbrush Ball Powder Brush. So I'm just gonna take like that much and get that on. I own the Butter Blushes in the very light shades and I like them. Cool, okay, yeah, very, very happy with that, very pretty. All right, so now we're gonna go into the Butter Highlighter in Just Beachy, the one that I have on my lid. I'm concerned about this one as well. So I'm gonna go in with a super fluffy brush. This is the Luxie 522 Tapered Highlighter because I don't want a highlighter that's too dark. So. All right, let's go in here. I can't really see it. I'm afraid to like go in with any more because I don't want it to be too dark and be trapped with a highlighter that's too dark. All right, I think we can see that a little bit. All right, let me add a little bit more to that side. So in the bathroom light, I can see it, but I kind of want to add like a little, oh, I'm afraid to add more because it's dark. I'm afraid. I'm gonna take my sponge. This is my Sephora collection sponge. And then just like get some on the sponge there and then kind of just tap it on. Ooh, yeah, that's what I was looking for. This is the face products. Everything blended out really nicely. I think it's really pretty. All right, we've only got 2-ish things left. I'm gonna go on the, oh, my mirror is falling. I'm gonna go on my lower lash line with Palms. So that green shade. There is some shimmer in that green shade. I'm gonna go in with my Veramona brush and just pick some of that up. I can tell it's more stiff than the matte shadows. And then I'm just gonna pop this underneath the lower lash line. Can you guys see it? Okay. Where it at? This is a different formula, I can already tell, than the other eyeshadows. This one's very dry. Maybe, all right, so I'm really digging in there. There's like little to no powder kick up in that pan. All right, well, this is the green. It's not a vibrant green. It's not something that I would be able to tell is green from far away. And I wish I didn't put it on because I liked my look better without it. Moving on. The next thing we're gonna do is try out the lip color. So I've never tried the butter lipsticks. This is in the shade Pop the Bubbly. It has a smell. Very like sweet. Oh, it is. This is pretty metallic. It's got like some gold reflect to it, which I don't know. Is that something that Casey usually wears? I'm gonna go in with a lip liner first because my lips are tiny and I like to overdraw them. This is the NARS lip liner in the shade Capta. All right, so I have my lips lined with the NARS liner. Then we're gonna go into the butter lipstick in the shade Pop the Bubbly. Oh. Okay. Well, the lipstick is very, very creamy to the point where like it looks like it's melted. It feels like oily on my lips and it doesn't match my eye look at all. So this is the lip shade. I think if I didn't have this happening, it might look better. I feel like if you're gonna market a kit such as this, the lip shade should match. You don't get a lot in there. I feel like it'll go pretty quickly. It smells really nice. I'm gonna put on some setting spray. This is the Wet n Wild Coconut. Let's start with the eyeshadows. The eyeshadows are gorgeous. I really like the look I got. They're really pigmented. They're very powdery, but they're very pigmented and they blend out really nicely. The only thing I was disappointed with was this green. I mean, even like swatching it on my finger, it's just not very intense. And it definitely feels dry. It feels very dry in the pan. The bronzer, blush, and highlighter I really like. I do think they're too dark for my skin tone, but I was able to make them work by just applying them really lightly. The lipstick. The lipstick on its own, I like. I don't like it with the rest of the products that are in this kit, unfortunately. It feels very hydrating, very oily on the lips. I do like that. I don't like the taste of it. It tastes like the YSL lipsticks, and that smell and taste makes me sick. I'm just confused by the shade of it. I really do like the shade. It's like there's a lot of gold in there, which I think she put in there to match the highlighter, which is great, and I think does match the highlighter, but it doesn't go with these like warm, kind of rusty matte shades that she's included in the palette. The perfume is beautiful. It's very, very summery. It smells really good. You don't get a lot in there, but I mean, if you have other perfumes in your collection, you'll pretty much rotate through them and you'll be okay. I don't think this palette is ideal for travel just because it doesn't even it does have a magnetic closure, which is nice, but there's no way that this is going to be protected. If I just like hit it too hard, it will open. It's very big, it's bulky, but I think it's beautiful if you are or if you're just going to put it on your vanity or something and use it from there. I do think you can get a complete look for sure using this, minus the lipstick. But overall, I think for 20 bucks, this is a fantastic deal. I really do like Casey. So if you're interested at all in this, I really would grab it before it goes out of stock. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. I just forgot to pop in quickly and go over how much product you get. Over here, I'm watching Kiki Chanel's cleaning video in the back, so inspiring. This is the full-size butter highlighter from Physicians Formula in the shade Pearl, and you get 5 grams of product in the full size, and then in the Casey palette, you get 7 grams? What? Hold on, let me turn off this music in the back so we can have a conversation. Seven grams? I need to look at that again. Okay. Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter. 0.17 ounces, 5 grams. Casey palette. Butter highlighter. 0.24 ounces, 7 grams. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you get more product in here for the same price as the highlighter, but the highlighter has less product. You get way more in here. So, oh my God. Casey. That's awesome. And the blushes are the same. The blush and the bronzer, you get 5.5 grams of product. But the highlighter, you get 7. Wow, that's incredible. Okay, so if you're at all interested in the Casey palette or any of these formulas, skip out on the full-size ones and then buy the palette. Such a better deal. Okay, bye.